This is Ben from the Bad Decisions crew. I need y'all to do me a big favor. Now, if y'all already hear my voice, that means you on the Kelly J TV. So what I need y'all to do is go down there, like, comment, subscribe, click that bell for notifications. So when she's live, you can get on there and be active in the comments. She will always see your comments. She will even put them on the show, and we'll talk about them. Let's hear your opinion.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Kelly J, and I'm straight from the D. Ain't nobody in my section going harder than me. Ain't no waiting for the top, cause I'm steady climbing the tree. Pleasant Grove to Oak Cliff, yeah, you know where we be. This is my show, and I got it under control. Podcast to interviews, yeah, we doing it all. Got the tea for whoever, ain't no Lipton involved. So when you got it poppin', girl, you know who to call. I'm the realest of the real, I'm just stating the facts. I got it out the mud, and I put the team in the back. Try to tell me I could never, so I did it and laughed. You know it's my turn, yeah. Kelly J on the map, y'all.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Kelly J, and we are back with another episode of Brother.
Minute.
What up?
What up?
How you doing?
You know me, moving and grooving. I'm still here.
Moving and grooving, you still here. Well, before we get started and jumping into the show, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Always, we got Brother every Thursday at 7 p.m. Y'all don't want to miss this. And Bad Decision Crew will be coming back real soon with another episode. If you would like to be on the show or would like some brotherly advice, please email us at kellyjtv@gmail.com. Before we jump into the show, we do have one announcement. Kelly J Transportation, the State Fair has arrived, y'all. If you don't know, the Texas State Fair is here to be here September 30th through October 23rd. Don't pay for parking, y'all. Just book with Kelly J Transportation. Make sure y'all text Stay Fair to 682-333-8379. All right. Those have been your morning announcements. May the doers of the word. Anywho, brother.
I thought it was Thursday.
Brother, what up? Well, wait. I gotta go ahead and tell you who out here. So I know you heard the guys already. Bossman Ben, what up? How you doing, my love?
I'm doing great.
And Big E.
What's great?
What up? And we can't forget, I'm not always by myself. You know, the woman, I can't be just by myself with the guys. I gotta have my peep all the way out there in California. Yo, KT, what's up?
What up?
What up?
Yo, wait, before we get the show started, I need y'all to know, KT is on major punishment. She has broken a lot of bad decision rules.
What did you do?
Oh my God! Why?
But I told her, I told her today, I said, I'm gonna let the crew know that you are on punishment.
You gotta come down and see administration?
Yes, administrative needs to be seen. I told her that.
But how about I put myself on punishment? I knew what I did was not right and not on time. So basically, what I did was KJ produces my show, and I didn't have my stuff to her on time. I had good reason, but I knew that was not going to be a good enough excuse. So I actually put myself on punishment, and that was not good enough for her.
No.
Proactive.
Put you on punishment. That's why.
She was trying to be proactive about it because she knew she was going to be in trouble. She knew it.
It's just like telling your parent, I'm just going to go ahead and whip myself. You don't have to.
That let me tell you, that shit did not work with her. She was like, no.
So yes, we're gonna be having a meeting after this with the Bad Decision crew. We're gonna determine, KT's punishment full on.
Hopefully after this episode, I'll be back in her good graces. I love you, KJ.
We gonna see. I love you too, though. It's always like, I ain't gonna not say I don't love you. I love you.
Guys, help me out on this one. Come on, she's a tough cookie.
Look, I plead the fifth.
He said, I plead the fifth.
Y'all wrong.
What up?
To lead or not to lead?
That is the question.
That is the question. To lead or not to lead?
What light breaks through the window?
Like what? Wait, say it again. What breaks through young weather?
What light breaks through
Will you lead? Or will you lead to the lights?
Alex, I know you did your homework.
I did, and I'm in the process of pulling it up because let me tell you, that there had me. That's how I was able to create a lot of the content. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to me actually doing homework this week again to make sure we had a successful definition. It went as far as to go into biblical.
Okay.
Yes, it went deep. Okay, so the first thing that came up was, what does it mean for a man to lead? That was like the question I ended up typing up, which was hold on, give me a second. I got too many windows up. Un momento, okay. Right now, windows. Okay, so the question it asks is, what does it mean for a man to lead? We good? Okay, hopefully we good, because if I gotta what does it mean for a man to lead? It builds trust. So this came from veryleadmag.com, and it says, gentlemen speak why I like to lead in a relationship. So this is just like a little overview. It says, as Ashley puts it, leading a man is about him taking a specific role in a partnership, and this requires trust. Being a good leader means being clear, reliable. I'm not going to play it coy or even play games. That's not leading. That's manipulation. So I know sometimes ladies like to say or think, brother, you came with this topic because of different things women were posting and seeing, and then I started seeing it after you told me about it, and I feel as though that's the thing. I feel guys coy or they play games, and it's not leading. I mean, that's not leading. That's manipulation.
Yeah, but on that end, I think who's setting the standards? Like, who's saying that what I'm saying is manipulating, and who's saying what I'm saying is leading? You get what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
That is a great question. I believe it's like based off of you and that woman. It goes back to the conversation of communication, having a clear understanding.
Right. So, like, well, when we was talking about it, I was saying, women, I see a lot of women saying, oh, he don't know how to lead. He can't do this or he can't do that. And I think that muddies up the water a little bit, because you can't tell me that I don't know how to lead.
Right. So, with that being said, I Googled I actually Googled, it says, how do you lead a woman? So it says how to take the lead in the relationship. That's the question. And it gives these are the 8 tips that it gives on how to take the lead in a relationship. Number 1, define your intentions up front. Don't try to fix when it's time to listen. Exit the emotional roller coaster. Number 4, demonstrate leadership over talking about it. Number 5, do what you say you're going to do. Number 6, avoid one-itis. Number 7, don't be a one-hit wonder. Number 8, remember this for taking the lead in a relationship.
Or anything that. Or anybody even give it a comment.
Here come Big E.
Gotta throw a gut punch.
All right.
Even with all that being done, women still don't know what it's like to be led and can't recognize.
Now listen, Google on some shit, because it don't just say how to lead a woman, right? They even ask the question, how do you lead a strong woman? Oh my God. And
That's because that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story.
Look, we went from 8 tips to now down to 4. How to lead a strong woman is pretty simple. That's all you got to do. 4 simple steps. Motivate and inspire. They let their passion do the talking, and they often lead by example. Number 2, set healthy expectations. They express what they want while remaining positive and even playful about it. Number 3, respectfully challenge other people's opinions. And number 4, know when to stop leading. Do you hear me? That is how to lead a strong woman.
That sounds kind of confusing.
It does, right? But it goes like that. There's so many questions that people ask Google that you can just go to. You know, like they was even asking what makes a real man. But we're gonna talk on that another time.
But to sum that up, all they're saying is being support will be more than just a supportive system. You're gonna put all of that into one simple term. That's all that is. To support somebody don't necessarily mean that just pushing. You can challenge the intellect, hold the right conversation, make sure she on top of her shit, make sure you on top of yours. Know that when you're gonna do something or say something, it's gotta be absolute. You can't be second guessing this shit.
But my thing is, first things first. Like you said a while ago, be upfront. We talked about that. You know, what are your intentions? If I don't trust you, how you gonna lead me? I have to first trust you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it goes back to trust.
So just like we talked about when we talked about it, the issue ain't a lead issue; it's a trust issue.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
And it's a recognition thing. But okay, so another fact, ladies, we always get the question. Let me ask y'all a question.
Okay, see, we got a question. Oh Lord, Biggie got us with the question.
Come on with it.
You ready?
What's the indicator that's given when you know that you are being led?
You said what's the indicator to know that you are being led?
Yeah, like when you can recognize that the man you with is that man, that me, whatever you want to call it. We recognize that he's that and he about everything that he's been saying and do what he do without question. When do you recognize that you are being led?
Okay.
When you realize that you're following what his guidance is.
Yeah.
It's almost like a kind of like a natural, it's like a natural reaction.
Yeah.
Right, but
you know?
But how long does it take for you to realize that you're following that before you can give the credit for it without saying it?
It goes by like, don't be a bullshitter. Like whatever you talk about, whatever you say you're gonna do, make sure you're doing it.
Oh yeah, complete action, most certainly.
Like I put it like this: if he talks about it and backs it up, off top, I'm not off top.
Right.
Because you can talk all day.
Right.
But be bullshit.
Right, but to say a nigga about his shit is just to say a nigga about his shit. When you being led and you following some shit, whether it's intentional.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't say he put that in.
No, it wouldn't.
I can't with you. I can't.
Whether you realize it voluntarily or involuntarily that you are doing it. And you know what I'm saying? You know, it's not the whole hanging on every word thing. It's the fact that the trust that you have after seeing that he about his shit. When do you know that you can completely trust everything?
I ain't gonna lie. For me, because of what all I deal with, if he's willing to accept that, I gotta take lead. I gotta let him lead. Like if he's willing to take on half of that, crying out loud, 5 people.
If he willing to take on a quarter of that shit, like,
right.
Yeah, we gotta pay homage to you at this point.
Right. Like I like y'all see my post. I don't just rant and rave about the man that I have. He not only talks about it, he backs it up. And it like it's real, and it's not just something I talk about. It's not you just see on social media. You catch us out in person. Yeah, you catch us out in person. You're gonna see exactly what you see in pictures. It's definitely real, and I tell him this every time we talk. I've never in my life had someone and make me feel safe, make me feel protected.
So y'all know, prime example of nigga don't give a fuck about what nobody thinks.
Right. At all. But wait, we gotta jump into the comments real quick. Shout out to our favorite commenter, Me. She said, "Hey, Kelly J and gang plus Black Jesus, let's get it."
Hey.
She said, "Where he leads me, I will follow. I go with you all the way." She says, "Once you both realize you are equally yoked." So for me, a woman shouldn't allow a man I guess once you feel you both are equally yoked, that's when a woman can allow a man to lead.
Yeah, see, I still think that leading, like I told you when we talked, leading ain't always the prettiest thing. So it's not gonna be. Everything ain't gonna be hugs and kisses. And sometimes I might have to tell you something that you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And so I think to me that's where, for us, you know, for our relationships, I think that's where we have hard times because some people don't want to hear what you got to say.
But that also goes back to what the first one I had read. And able to, and all of what we've talked about before, having that understanding. I feel as though when you're in a relationship, you know how your partner talks. You know how your partner communicates. So if you can't take something your partner is saying, then you can't take nothing anyone else is saying to you either.
Right.
That.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, leading is circumstantial. But you got to know how to follow sometimes just in order to lead.
Before you can lead, got to.
You know, leading it's not just the thing of being, just dominant or the alpha male or whatnot. You have to learn a person in order to lead. You can't just assume that the order you put in is the order that's going to be followed because, you don't know what a person's about until you really get down to the nitty gritty with them, whether you stand with them or not, or conversations have peaked, or whatever in the hell has happened that's got you to that point. That's where leading becomes. And then it's oftentimes they go being the strength of another person's weakness. It's not just so much as a protection thing or a love thing or this is the plan, this is what we're doing. I mean, yeah, that right there is still a discussion amongst, but the initial plans and how it followed through in the action, that's all expected of us. We don't get nothing less for that. And if we don't follow through with that end of it, then we get all of the criticism and bullshit and everything in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But when we sacrifice the role of leadership to our woman for something that we know that she is more capable of doing or handling than us, be it being the face of something, talking, handling something, whatever the case may be, once we have to sacrifice that, that also becomes a sign of weakness to most women. Not the fact that we were willing to put our pride to the side and give that role up for the betterment of the outcome, but the fact that we just did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So leading ain't never a thing of only one person. It's always circumstantial, and it always depends on what's going on. Because I mean, let's get to the facts. When you up, job good, everything working, rolling in the right way and manner and place, yeah, you the lead. But when you lose that job, and everything that was all peachy become rotten, and the struggle get real, and your leadership ain't so much as financial and forward and protection, but now it's just making sure she supported and going forward and still trying to find a job and hold everything down. What does that make you look like then? Are you still the same leader that you were beforehand? Or are you now less of that same man? That's the type of criticism a man got to go through. The only type
Right.
of got to battle. Like, truth be told, the stuff that y'all don't never find out that be in our head when we want to take them rides, it's enough to push the nigga over the edge. And being a leader comes with all types of strength. And to do that, you got to have somebody that's your Robin, whatever, your right-hand man, your ace boom coon, whatever that case is, or whoever that person is, they got to be tapped down with that shit no matter what happens. And if you ain't with that shit when it happens, you one of them people that'll fold and buckle under pressure, you ain't no more of a lead than you are a follower.
Hold on, we're going to jump in the comments real quick. Mimi says, once you learn to talk to each other and not at each other, communication is the key to a successful relationship.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Communication is key. Having a clear understanding.
As the old saying goes, conversation rules the nation.
Conversation rules the nation.
Like basically every podcast that we had leading up to this subject right here is all things that make you a leader.
Pretty much.
Like I said, if there's no trust, you can't lead. Who's gonna listen to somebody that they don't trust? Who knows about what?
And that's why I came up with the topic, to lead or not to lead. Because I think part of leading is knowing when you can't lead that situation.
Yeah.
It also goes back to last week's topic. How is it not included?
Yeah.
Who does more of the sacrifice and who's more willing to do? The fact of the matter is, it's still got to be us.
Yeah.
I mean, even from the approach has got to be damn near spot on, because if not, we'll take you to a double. You ain't sure about it when you approach it, then. They ain't gonna believe you sure about anything else.
How long?
But how should a person know that they're sure?
Okay, it's a white card. Disclaimer.
Say it again.
That comes with that time frame of learning somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody want to learn somebody to, I guess you could say, fall in love with it and stuff like that to see everything go. True. That's also being led to that. But as much as you can fall in love, you can fall out of it. And when you hit the ground, that shit hurt.
Like everything that you do should be leading up to you being a leader.
That's still leading. No matter how you put it, because we always got the most to prove. that's looked at, no matter what folds out of it, we always got the most to prove. We down, the comeback gotta be just as tough and just as gritty as the fall. That whole minor setback for the major comeback, that shit's gotta be real. You can't half-ass it, you can't sidestep around it.
All right, so Mimi got a question for y'all. She says, do men find it easier to lead a seasoned female or a non-seasoned female?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna say it depends on what you mean by season.
If I'm not, if we're gonna go there, I think she means like an older woman to a younger woman.
Okay, I think it probably depends on their situations. Like when we talked before, I think when I look at some of these younger females and the relationships that they in, I'm like, how in the world do y'all get yourself in that predicament? But they allowing that person that they with to lead, even though they going downhill, they still following that lead. You know,
Well, most young females are following the dude's lead for the wrong reason.
but I'm just saying, I'm saying, regardless of the reason they following, you know, and I'm not saying that that's the best scenario to just blindly follow or none of that. I'm just saying that they're following without question.
Right.
And the older women, I don't think it's a problem with them following. I think they're just so used to leading.
Or have gotten to the point to where I don't see the need to be led.
So,
And then, you know,
when it comes to the older woman, is it more of being them, not like them being able to basically submit? You know, they have to, you know, not necessarily put their pride to the side, but like, all right, this man is actually about his shit. Let me follow his lead. Let me see where
You're welcome, Mimi.
Doesn't mean sacrificing your independence.
It doesn't mean that you sacrifice your independence.
If you find it trustworthy enough to be able to relax on what you always have to do, let somebody else do and or help or push you to more. Self-motivation is always good, but somebody else is just as dope and up and amp-forward as you.
It makes a world of a difference.
Yeah, you want to go hard.
It does make a difference, but I feel like it happens naturally when you do trust somebody and you trust their guidance and their direction. I don't feel like it's like a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It literally happens naturally.
yeah, I mean, I think ideally we would want it to, but everybody don't see the world the same.
No.
That's true. That's true.
And so I think like part of the reasons we have these conversations is because we done all dealt with different type of women and different type of people. And we know, you know, some of these people just might not have had it all. And then we know some people might have had it and we didn't see it.
Right. Which is where the whole term, you know, miss it until it's gone.
Right.
You know, I was at the packing house, and shout out to the lady. I'm gonna have to go back up there because she said she was gonna hit me up. But shout out to her because that makes me want to ask y'all this. So her question was, with y'all saying that, why are men so quick to leave?
That brought me that's where the leader to not lead come in at. Because it's not that men are quick to leave. I don't think a man is quick to leave.
And she even said, she was like, once they find out the grass isn't greener on the other side, what takes?
But who said you was leaving for
I would say you answered it. The grass was greener. So is what
thought it was greener because she said when they think, her words would think the grass is greener on the other side, so then they come back.
See, but that's stemming from a different situation. Thinking the grass is greener on the other side, I mean, it was previously always. that would mean you didn't hop the fence. But if you ain't hopping no fence, you know,
Thank you. Have a good one.
but because it's not like on a daily basis, y'all will hear this, babe, can you do this, babe, can we do this, babe? You don't hear that. But in reverse, all day. You quick to leave over what? But we got more expectations just from being a man before the relationship even happens.
Yep.
Sometimes it comes down to the point to where you ain't being listened to.
Right.
Right.
You ain't, they taking you for a joke. They think what you saying don't matter. And at that point, they are going to try to find something better. Because what they have is not what it is.
Right. And then, the whole time, which is the reason why I say time don't mean shit.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
The reason being is because not the time length you know somebody, but the time you put into something don't mean shit because everybody ain't got the same heart and they're not built the same.
Mm-hmm.
That oh so glorious fabric that we was cut from, that shit don't exist no more.
Yep.
So because you get into the situation to where you all for it, you all in, and you doing everything, and you deal with this on a daily basis, you deal with that, and then you always hear, I'm getting it together, or let me get right and all this other shit, and all the time we spend there doing everything right still, and when we don't step out, the whole do men cheat shit, when we're not doing any of that shit, and even when you think we are doing, we still get all the criticism in the world for bullshit that we don't do and the bullshit that we do. But the good shit that we do get overshadowed by everything that you ain't got.
That's where society kind of fucked up relationships, though.
Yeah, because
they expect the relationship to be a certain way because they see it on TV, or they done like the whole Cardi B thing and that song. She's like, I don't cook, I don't clean.
Bullshit.
Like most women are living by that these days. They don't want to cook, they don't want to clean
because they can't.
They can't.
But the simple fact is that when that shit became to the point to where it became the whole thing of don't believe in long relationships or marriage and none of that shit because you can get the same shit without being married and tied down. When the shit became like that, that's where all this other bullshit came from because that's how it is. Motherfuckers are too scared nowadays to even approach a female with the right tense. Not none of that, hey, you game or you play this and this. Nah, none of that shit. Nah, motherfuckers are scared nowadays to walk up to a female and hit her with the genuine game. Why?
Most of the time, they don't know how to respond to that either.
Because everybody tough on social media.
Yeah.
You might be 5'2" in real life, but on social media, you 6'8".
Not 6'8". Goodness gracious.
Right.
Oh, girl, in real life, she might be, 5'7". I'm tall for a chick, but in real life, you 5'4". With your little body. But on social media, you 5'7" with the dog.
5'7" with the dog.
You got the water trap.
She got the water trap.
Why you can't be like that over social media?
Can you be like that in real life? Because you don't live that life.
I'm stuck at the 6'8".
Walk that talk.
It's being true to you.
Walk that talk. Walk that talk.
You ain't about that shit.
Walk that talk. Walk that talk.
Zip your fucking lips.
Walk that talk. Walk that talk.
Cause I'm definitely with the shits.
Walk that talk. Walk that talk.
Check the graph.
Check the graph.
Yeah, I mean, right here.
But no, I mean, I mean, I believe it does all come down to the trust factor. Like,
That's what the main thing is, because if you trust a person, you ain't got a question about following their lead.
Yeah.
And then true enough, this is not only for your personal relationships, with your boyfriend and your girlfriend, husband, wife, fiance, and all that. It's come from the people you kick it with every day.
Thanks.
True enough. I give you stone cold facts right now. If me and B riding somewhere, something finna happen, and he be like, bro, fuck what happened? Don't get up until I say get up. Nigga, I'll lay in that motherfucker and go to sleep until he say get up.
Yep, soon.
Why? Just the name of my life. We don't need to turn leading into different situations because it is.
Mm-hmm.
Boss right here, if boss say, bro, I don't give a fuck what's happening, stay there, chill, I'm on the way, I got you. I'm finna post up and set up like I'm at the house.
Literally.
Why? Because she there. They pulled up on me at the hospital. I'm not at the but look. They pull up on you out of nowhere, nigga left work. I'm talking about I wasn't even there an hour.
We ain't care how long you had been there. We was coming through.
Facts.
Yeah, all I heard was you in the hospital.
That's it. That's right. What you mean? Right.
Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What you mean? We coming right now. But I would even say, like, that even goes to me. Like, before Big E became Big E the Bodyguard, what even made him that was I honestly had to take his lead. We went out one night, because that's when I started saying it. We went out one night, and I like to walk on the street side, y'all. I be chilling, okay? I be in my own little world.
What you mean on the street side? Where the traffic is coming?
Yeah.
I walk to the So it got to a point where, every time we go out, Biggie don't play that. I walk in between him and B, and I don't walk behind them either. I walk in between them. He has to see me at all times.
Well, I tell you,
I can't, no more than 10 steps away.
Goddamn Godzilla in that bitch. I better be able to find you.
Literally. And let me tell you, when we're out, I follow through. And I trust that because I said it before. I've always said I'm gonna be something major. And in order for me to actually be able to be something major, that means I gotta take lead with security. Because I'm gonna have me some bodyguards, okay? I don't have. I claimed that for my life a long time ago. Because I'm gonna be out speaking in engagements. I'm gonna be hosting stuff. People don't want to see your girl Killer J, okay? Yeah, KG.
Following suit too.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I'm like that. Don't make me do it, but I'm like that.
Yeah, it gets real. So if I want to be able to live that lifestyle, have that lifestyle, that also means I have to be able to follow suit, to be able to listen and let him lead, and not know when he's telling me something is to protect me, not to harm me or not to hurt me. If he came to me and said, "Yo, Kels, you can't do this because it's not safe," I gotta respect it and know, okay, this may not be safe for me. It may not be for my brand. Whatever the case may be, I got to be able to listen to not just him on the security side, but now my man. You know what I'm saying? If he feels as though, and I double checks with him on everything. Babe, what you think on this? Do you think this is something good for me?
But KJ, you tried it. Walking on the street side with Big E next to you, I wouldn't even do that. You absolutely tried it. I'm shocked he didn't snap you by your collar.
I mean, technically, he almost did. He grabbed me very quickly. Yeah, he grabbed me by my arm. He was like, I ain't playing that.
I'm gonna need you to knock that all the way off. You playing.
I will walk, child. I have not had the best in the lifestyle when it comes to men. So
Look,
But see, and that go back to what I was saying. Like your circumstances make you not understand that little situation. You understand it because you, but
yeah,
at first you didn't know. You wasn't even thinking about it like that. You just cruise. You just walking.
yeah, yeah. That's what it was.
But then it also goes back to the trust factor that you guys were talking about, because
Yeah,
if she did not trust him, then that's
yeah.
not something that she would dare listen to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna walk in the street if I want to.
Thanks.
And
And dare you to try to make me do something different.
then it had to get serious, and then the trust.
But see, where does common sense come in at that? If I'm saying don't walk on this side of the street, and you like fuck that, I'm walking on this side of the street, and you get hit by a car, that's on you.
Well, it's still on me, but if you get hit by a car, ain't that on you and me?
No.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of me. If we together, I'ma push you out the way, and I'll take getting hit by the car. That's the whole point of it.
Yep.
That's what the full definition of being chivalrous means. It's our job
Yeah.
in the present face of danger. You ain't even supposed to know any danger around. If it even happens, I mean, just calculate this for me. If we out somewhere and somebody go to bullshit, anything even look like it's coming towards us, how many feet you think it's got to stop before it gets there? 10 feet? That ain't enough. I'm gonna meet it wherever it's coming from. I don't need no guns, none of that shit. If I had to pull one, everybody died. But I'm just saying. Shit, I'll pull up and put hands on motherfuckers and put them to sleep and go on about my business.
Right?
I'm talking about, nigga, I don't do a whole bunch of fighting, whole lot of one piece. I hit nerves and everything. No. You said you can't breathe here, a throat shot of hell.
We got Freckles in the building. Hey, Freckles.
What up?
She said, being submissive, allowing him to take the head of the house. So, at the bottom, it says, chime in. What does it mean to allow a man to lead? And her answer is, being submissive, allowing him to lead, allowing him to be the head of the household.
I mean, that's all cool, but what if you don't have this shit together? You still gonna follow him?
Are you still submissive?
Are you still submissive at that time?
Circumstances.
See that brings me to the other little topic we talked about when I said it's like I forgot where I was finna go. Hold on.
Here go another question, ladies.
Okay.
If you're
Yeah, look, we'll come back.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I'm already reading the brainwave, bro. We here. I got
Already. That's where it went.
It's in there, but yeah, we're gonna help reshape it. I got you. So here's the question, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
If your man is down, can you lead him enough back to being up?
You should be able to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And now that brought it back to me. I said the famous saying go, behind any strong man is a what?
Wait, what did you say?
A strong woman.
A strong woman. So it's like women want to take the credit on that end, you know what I mean? But are you willing to do what it takes to get that man there?
That's a good question.
All right,
That's
so Freckles say, hey, brother Bay, and then she said, bye, LOL, because of what we just said.
Don't be like that.
Don't be like that, Freckles.
Right.
Love you. It's nothing but love here.
Yeah, see, I mean, this was a surprise topic for me. I've been so busy, I ain't even get the brainwave. We in here.
Yeah, we in here because you didn't even know about it. Did not know about it.
This is awesome. The shit that's been happening as of late, boy. For the past 2 days, it's been boy, say, look. Also, you're in a position where you leading, something bad happen, or it's a situation that don't follow through, is that a sign of leading or is it a sign of weakness?
Are you asking us?
Lady.
You said a sign of weakness?
Yeah, is it a sign of still being able to lead and being strong, or is it a sign of weakness?
If he can admit that he can't lead?
No, if he can confess to anything bad that might happen. Because most niggas, I'll tell you, something bad happened, our initial thing is I already have a plan A for the plan A to fail. We don't have a plan B, we got 2 plan A's.
I mean, regardless, I don't see it as weakness. I want him to tell me. Like, let's come up with a plan together.
Honestly, I feel like that's strength. Honestly, it's the opposite from weakness, because as a man, being a protector, a provider, and having strength, you know what I'm saying? For you to be able to communicate that's strength. Like, for you to be able to be vulnerable enough in your relationship to say that, most men ain't gonna do that. So, like, to me, you winning.
Yeah.
But we have to get some different females on the panel too, because y'all think the good way.
You said you need some negative backlash.
we need some other people up here too, because
we need some people who don't agree.
We need some of them. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. We need a better sex episode. Hold on. Freckles say, I have been that woman to hold my ex-husband down. And then she said, right, we should be able to communicate those things. So, Freckles, when holding down your ex-husband, did he ever get his shit together? Did you find yourself draining yourself? Or
nah, because that's why he the ex.
I mean, look, brother, I wasn't going to say it like that, but I mean, listen.
And then, look, another question. Yes, this is finna go completely left because for some of y'all, it overwrites a bunch of stupid shit. Does the wee cancel out everything? I gotta know.
Not all the time.
Oh, but it is a factor though.
It is. Oh. And not with all females. Depending on the female. I ain't gonna lie like that. Oh. Like I was on a panel and I got charged the hell up because I said I need somebody who got.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Because if I get mad at you, I need you to be able to put it down so I can forgive you. So they said I was toxic. But I was like, no, if I'm mad at you, you give me some good dick. I'm going to be like, something. I don't even remember what I was mad at you about.
Here you go, KJ. Here you go. Here you go.
But that go back to knowing your person, right?
Right.
I guarantee you, it's a few brothers right now out there like, nah, yeah, man, I can't, but that head just too fine. They do.
So, I asked, right. One of the questions I asked Freckles was, did he ever get his shit together? She said yes, but it was for another woman, LOL. She said, yes, the fuck it does. It matters. So, why? Let me ask. I'm going to ask the men. Yeah. So, because it's, a lot of times you see this happen, okay? A lot of times women will say, oh, I took the time to groom him, make him to who he is today, and all he did was go with another woman and be that person for her that he should have been for me. We've seen it on TV. We've seen it in real life. What is y'all take on that? Do y'all feel once, so say for instance, you are in a relationship with someone, right? And she's taking care of you. She's there for you, da-da-da-da. But then y'all end up breaking up. Now you go be with another woman, and everything that you are with this woman, you probably know you should be like, there's a movie where he actually come back and he apologized to the woman because he knew he should have been there for her, but it just didn't work. So my question goes to like, do men feel remorseful for that? Like, do y'all feel like y'all fucked up for that? Do y'all feel bad? Or is it one of those things where it's just like, we outgrew each other, and although you would have wanted me to be that person for you, I just couldn't.
Yeah, I think it's situational based, of course, but I think it's not even saying that there's nothing wrong with either one of them people. Is
Okay, so
it was just that time that he came up.
well that too, but okay, it's like this right here. The man's still a man, so you know the whole building them up, helping them get up, all of that shit. That's all good, but you can't never do too much for a nigga and make him dependent to the point where he is. Because when that happens, everything that's supposed to, you know, keep him honest to himself and his true nature has just become sacrificed to what it is that you order. At that point, the feeling of being a man to himself, not what you think, but to himself, has been changed.
Mm-hmm.
And so when that happened, seeking or trying to throw hints of trying to find himself happens in the most extreme of ways. And oftentimes the person that you with is often looked at as the cause of it. And then, the conversation that's supposed to happen or don't never happen or can't happen is what lead to the whole extra misunderstanding, not the initial. And it take a long time just for the same way it happened in reverse. When we like that, and we do everything, push out forward, whether it's school, job, promotion, whatever the case it may be. And we like that, and we back y'all 100%, this, that, and the third. And it seems like it's just the same repetitive stuff over and over again, but it's still the same motivation that got you to where you are. You're now looking for more. But when you feel that you up to the point to where you just up, you don't relay that. Now you're just looking for somebody who already on that same page.
Right.
But the person that built you that got your resume up like that resurfaced your foundation and fixed the cracks in it to help this building be as strong as it needs to be, that person ain't looked at nothing but the regular corporate. All you did was lay out a new building plan that worked this time. So it's feeling remorseful a thing? I don't think so. But at the same time, what do you feel like after the fact of saying to yourself, yeah, I did this and I did that, and then he just like this? Are you really sour or bitter like that, or are you more or less on the tip of, hey, at least he's a better person now, at least she's a better person now, whatever fuck shit could have happened to somebody else, it ain't gonna happen now.
I think with some females, they want that guy, they wanted him to be that for them. And when it didn't work,
Yeah, but that's what makes it completely circumstantial. And it also makes it consequential, because that means that the person that you had to put all your trust into, that you trusted to lead you, that you let lead you, that you sacrificed all of your shit, pride for, and all the other shit, that one person that you did that for, but now made all of that shit feel like bullshit. So now you back at square one where you thinking ain't nobody shit and don't nobody live like this and this ain't the right shit to do. And now you don't trust nothing or shit that anybody gonna say no more. Now you back to waiting for action. You know how long it take to get the action you looking for when you got to start over?
Hell yeah, I know.
I'm back to square one.
I definitely know.
So, it's like
Story
you gotta like, and that's like people like new beginnings. When you go through new beginnings, it ain't all cushy. It's not. That shit don't just happen overnight. And that's what's wrong with this shit these days now. Motherfuckers need relationships and trying to talk to people. You can't get greatness without the work.
Right.
That things that just happen.
You can't, you don't meet somebody and then, 5 months later y'all married and y'all got $1 million out y'all ass. That ain't how that happens. It's not how it works. It's work that's required with that. And oftentimes we be knowing that. But the work that we put in and the work that we got to do don't equal up to the imagination or the dream.
Reach.
Say that.
So when that shit falls short, all we can do is sit there and be like, well, what the fuck is next?
Right.
That's when we leave. That's when it's time to
That's
go.
when we leave.
Because when the nigga done put in double overtime, when time and a half done became full-time pay, and it still ain't enough, then what? You ever work 72 days straight without sleeping?
Oh shit. Freckles say, I'm not bumping coochie with another man. Girl, bump that thing up. Girl, bump that bump that coochie. Yeah, you better do well. She said with another man.
Yeah, she's still on the size thing.
Who bumping uglies with another man?
She's still on the size.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and stop and just go ahead and tell everybody. It's really how you do it.
It's how he put it in.
Because if it's about the size and the stroke ain't right, then you still leaving. So don't even, you know what I'm saying? It can't just be because of the wee-wee. It's got to be about how the wee-wee perform.
Right.
The wee-wee has to perform.
It's got to.
So, you know.
I'm trying to limit some of my vulgarness. I'm sorry.
Nigga, when have
Not
I
really.
I was like, when have we ever?
No, never.
Never, ever, ever. I'm trying to.
Not no word in the 214.
I ain't gonna lie, brother. We've been sitting here doing my hair.
Still? Y'all still doing that?
We just got started.
Oh, I thought you was doing it when I talked to you earlier at 6 something.
I was.
Oh, okay.
Still is. I have a big head.
It's a precision thing.
Right. I have a big head.
Sometimes you gotta put in a long hours.
Right.
You know,
them 72 hours that you were just talking about. Yeah.
For the hair.
Pull it. Thank you. Oh God, I cracked myself up.
Hey, I already get money for it.
Yeah.
I just gotta make sure it's durable, you know.
Right. Oh yes. That's durable. That's durable. It's very durable. Well, brother.
Look, I was saying we waiting on E to come to the stage.
Listen, I feel like we just had Big E with the whole message. Like, do you have some more words of wisdom on leading? Okay, well, y'all, guess what? No matter what in life you may be struggling with, you can always come on, brother, and get the message from Big E. This is Evans Exit.
Trying to get you $4 million worth of game for $3.99. And listen, the whole thing of to lead or not to lead. It's a choice. If you're gonna do it and be about the shit. Don't be sitting around here trying to be half in and half out. Respect the situations of both people, respect yourself, but also respect the dynamics of your relationship. Follow through with what you're gonna follow through with. And then when it's all said and done, if it still ain't enough, then learn how to follow something. If you can't follow, then you can't learn. If you can't learn, it means you ain't teaching. Both sides have to agree to this whole standard of leading and following. Because it's all circumstantial and situational. You got to be willing to sacrifice and know what can be sacrificed and what is a sacrifice. The things that you normally do, as we have discussed before, the whole duties and priorities, those make most of what comes into being a leader. Handling your business on the front makes most of what comes with being a lead. But when you know for a fact that it's time to take a step back because the situation has changed hands, be willing and fight less enough to do so. Don't mistake your strength for a weakness. And don't mistake the decision that you have to make for being a decision that you could have made. Sometimes the cards you dealt ain't always the cards you want, but you still got to play your hand.
Gotta play 'em.
Gotta play 'em.
And I'm out this book.
And with that being said, brother,
Minute.
that's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
Well, y'all, we just wrapped up another episode of Brother. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Next Thursday, same time, same place, 7 p.m. One more reminder before we go to the Dallas area. The State Fair is here September 30th through October 23rd. Book with Kelly J Transportation today. And you could just, save yourself the time of having to drive through all that traffic, having to wait, paying high-ass parking prices. Just save yourself the time. Book today, 682-333-8379. Be sure to text State Fair to that number. And without further ado, y'all, we are out. Peace.